Oh, if you, actually, Star, do you want to talk about interactable maps and like how we're sort of doing that?
Oh,
Maybe.
like the thing with like the doors and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah, okay. So what we're gonna have for like certain maps will be like it's best with like examples because like with certain killers, right? If there was like a garage door, they could just pull that up and just walk through it.
Depending on the killer type, yeah.
Yeah, depending on the killer type, because obviously not all of them would be strong enough to do that, but maybe some could go into a vent system. It's not finalized like that, obviously. Obviously, we need to go through gameplay testing, all of that, but that's something that we will want.
Just to make like sort of adding to that like DVD factor almost, where it's like sort of unpredictable killer movement, but also like opening up things for the survivors as well, which I feel it offers a good like gameplay balance. And it's also like not all killer experiences will be the exact same, other than just it's a different killer, right? So you'll have more brutish killers being able to open up certain areas of the map permanently or others temporarily. It's just a nice system that I really want to see like
Mailman.
come to life. What's up?
Soul, I asked, what exactly are you looking, guys? Oh, fuck. What exactly are you guys looking for when it comes to art contest for skins?
Like what's our
Anything.
I mean, yeah, I think I have a bit more like involvement with the opinions, but if you guys want to talk about that yourselves, that'd be nice to hear, I think.
Comment.
No comment.
Okay. I generally like drawn pieces. You know, it's like an art contest, like skin contest. I feel like if you just post an image of something you want to be a skin, I feel like that could just be a suggestions thing. I don't know if anyone else here agrees.
Personally, I personally think the point of skin contests is to like have any amount of creativity shown, and yes, art is like really nice, obviously, but it's also like if someone can only have like a written description or something, that's fine.
Oh yeah, sure. Written descriptions are fine as well, with some references, obviously, I would imagine.
Yeah, references are preferred.
I'm just saying, if you post like a picture of somebody, I feel like, I don't know. I like creative skins. Like I really enjoyed what Frost General did. Whoever posted Frost General, that was a fantastic suggestion. I feel like you took the idea of Metal Sonic and added like a certain theme to it, which I really enjoyed. And like Frost of all things, it was really interesting to see something like that. And then like something like a funny reference or something like Hungry Home Invader. That was peak. That was so nice. Presentation and colors is something I like as well. So the smiley skin, whoever drew that, I liked that personally. It also just had a lot of personality personally, as I saw it, which I really liked. And normally I probably would say, I don't know if it has like an interesting narrative around it, but like skins aren't canon at the moment, so narrative doesn't really matter, but it helps. It certainly helps.
Alright, so...
There's so many PC2 like Forsaken games coming out. I know. I'm honestly so demotivated every time I see another one, and I'm like, 1,000 members on their Discord. Like, how do you do this? How do you do this? It makes me so sad. But I'm happy to see success. Like at the end of the day with Run and Roar, right? I just want to change the space. That's all I've ever wanted to do. That's literally the entire reason why the game started. So if someone else comes out here and makes a better game than both Run and Roar, PC2, or Forsaken of any like of that kind, I'm happy at the end of the day because I got what I wanted. It doesn't have to be me who does it. I just felt like, I don't know, change wasn't coming, man, and I really just wanted to see that come to light. So that's my sort of philosophy behind that, I guess. What we're doing with OST right now, because believe it or not, the OST is, correct me if I'm wrong, Muck, pretty much almost done. No, I mean we only have so much left to do.
There's millennials things, I believe, but yeah, the main stuff is like 80% done, I would say.
Yeah, so we're also like focusing on skin OSTs, which has been very fun to work with. I think it's really interesting. I obviously can't speak to this myself. I'm only a newbie composer, and I don't even compose that much. So maybe you might be able to speak on this, Muck. I like the idea of like translating characters into music, and something with skins, right, is that most of them are from properties that have a lot to go off of already. So I don't know how you feel. I mean, how do you feel about like just composing in general?
Hello, composing in general? Well, composing in general, I always found it as a hobby, right? I've been doing composing for like 4 years and stuff, and I always felt that music, it can gives a feeling to the thing you're doing, like, you know? I don't know how to explain it better, but like, yeah, the music helps you give the vision of the, for example, some scenes, some character, you know? It always helps. I think the music is one of the things that provides the better storytelling for me.
I guess
So,
that.
yeah.
It's personally really fun to try to put like the aesthetics and like feelings of a story into music. That's why I've been making so many like skin things.
Are there so far? If you don't mind, of course.
Yeah, so there are quite a few maps, like, obviously that we have. I think map development for us is the biggest tackle, other than, like, coding, of course. We have modelers for characters and whatnot, but I think map design is what we're all training on equally. Correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think we have any direct terrain modelers, do we, Star?
No, but I can do it.
Yeah. So me and Star mainly, along with Ancient and Iron and Muck, of course, have been working on map development. We're also sort of changing. How do I make a door, guys? Yeah. So we've been focusing on, we've been focusing on like actually learning how to do loops and like comprehensive map development in that regard. Because it's kind of difficult. I won't lie. We have Jeff's map. Jeff's map, we've shown a couple of times before. Where is this thing? It's a high school, obviously, and that's actually like really good progress, I would say. We've got a lot of that done, but unfortunately, obviously, like I said, it's the most difficult thing to actually do. So every single character has a map, mostly relating to the killer. So there are 9 maps currently in development right now. And that will be out on release. That is the plan.
Yep. Okay, so I asked, are survivors going to have different health variation like Forsaken?
Yes, that will be entirely a thing. The max, I can drop a little mini leak. So at the current moment in time, the survivor with the most health is Metal Sonic with 150. And I think why I'm most comfortable with giving survivors 150, yes, but that is subject to change entirely. I think the reason why I'm so comfortable like giving that value is because I think killers have a lot of room to do more damage than just like 25 or something. And also Metal Sonic is entirely focused on chase. So I feel like that's an important factor to have. And the lowest I think I'm willing to go is 80, but no survivor, as I can see it right now, has 80 health. The lowest we have is 90, I believe, currently. So that's kind of the range, if you are curious about that. So yeah, there will be differences in health pools. I don't think walking speed. I don't want to consider that at all for survivors. Excuse me. I need a stone cutter.
I honestly think walk speed should be the same for every survivor because
Yeah.
I don't see the point changing it. I don't know.
I feel like that would also just make certain characters just objectively better.
Exactly.
Guys, for the life of me, how do you make a stone cutter?
No clue.
Can you make a stone cutter?
Question. Yeah.
Guys, chat,
search
can you make a stone cutter? Is it a slab? Is it, guys?
Scout asked, or actually, can I go to the next question? Or
Yeah, I mean, I've
all right.
I have a couple more, but I think I'll make you guys wait.
All right. Blackout asked, I have another one. Are any attacks going to have like air variations, and are any maps, example Hide and Seek, Green Hill, for Sonic XZ, Xanatos, going to have floating platforms or
Mailman
parkour?
says thank you, Dark.
Map variations, other than just like a base map.
No, no, Blackout meant attack variations, like air variation of attack.
Oh. Yeah, that's actually a big part of the moveset like philosophy that we have. The main thing I really want is just anything other than just he hits you. I mean, obviously that can't be avoided for every single God damn it. That obviously can't be avoided for every single person. I think Jeff is the most basic one. For obvious sake, actually that works. Some will swipe twice. Some will have like a little charging window. Others will be like more telegraphed, and some are very quick but low damage. So obviously like animation differences, timing differences, whether or not they attack twice in one attack, whether they have to hit them both or not. Yeah.
Now Alex asked, will there be any interactions between the survivors, kinda like in Forsaken?
Yeah, fully voiced. Entirely voiced, actually.
Yeah, I
That
guess
is
we're
the
gonna
goal.
get peak voice acting.
Yes. A lot of great voice actors on the project. I should probably. Never mind. I gotta handle the problem, y'all. Yeah. Not only survivor interactions. There will also be killer survivor interactions, which would be very interesting. As I don't think many actually have that in their. And oh my god. Guys, I gotta lock in. I'm getting felzed. I don't know how to fight these things on Java!
Turn on epic music, guys.
Oh my god! Alex, don't put this in your video. I will take it down with hammers.
Well, we'll shot that in Bronx.
Hitting 90s?
Ooh. Got the moves.
Hold on.
No, Alex, put it in the video, please.
No, Alex, don't put this in the video. Please, wait. I gotta lock in.
They themselves asked us, I have a very important question. Will there be punk as LMS music?
Yeah, there's amazing LSS music currently, as it stands. Star's actually been composing a lot of the LSS music, specifically between interactions between certain killers and survivors, like Mickey and Jackson.
All right.
Which is the best I've made so far, I think. Vicky and Jackson have like a really good one, I think.
Alright, this one is pretty dumb, but will characters have shared lore?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you mean actually either way, excuse me, survivor, killer. A lot of interchangeable lores with how we have our universe set up. Universe is technically.
Yes, we are hiding something, and it will be revealed at the end.
Question, does Jeff still think he's beautiful?
That's kind of a funny lore question. I think Jeff is more or less unconcerned with his physical appearance. That's how I would imagine it. Though I feel like,
I think he has better things to focus on, personally.
Yeah. At the most, he probably is like, every time he sees his face, he's more or less fueled to continue his rampage more.
Asked. Okay, he's adding on the. Okay, actually, hold on. Yeah, he's adding on the previous question about loading screens. If it does exist, could there be a funner contest for it, like for loading screens?
Oh. Very good idea. Can someone pin that? Star, can you put that in like a notepad or something? That'd be awesome. Actually,
Star, pin that guy.
That is a wonderful idea. I love that.
I can't find it. I'm so sorry, Mark. Can you reply to that? I can't find it.
Yeah, here.
Wonderful idea.
Thank
Is
you.
it like hundreds of messages? I can understand you.
It was to the notepad.
Thank you.
Okay, this is
Notepad.
from the lad. Could Omni-Man solo run and roar? No. SpongeBob solo man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, SpongeBob solos.
He asked the next question. What type of music would each killer listen to? I believe...
I think this was definitely asked before.
Go watch Alex's videos.
Go watch Alex's videos.
The killers. Actually, no, John Doe.
No, I think that one skin for that one killer would listen to that actually.
That's so fire. That's such a fire answer, Star. We love that. Alex pinned this in the video.
So I asked, are there any kind of killers who used to be normal people like Azure in Forsaken?
Normal people. Jeff is probably the biggest answer.
Yeah.
An unrevealed killer.
Like 3.
Really, John, Jeff, and unrevealed. Mickey.
Oh yeah, Mickey.
Yeah. Out of everyone, he was probably the most normal, unfortunately, which is crazy to say. Yeah, I think those are the only ones I can think of currently. Then again, I'm also playing Minecraft, searching for
What are the
cockroaches.
survivors' music taste?
Oh. Huh. I feel okay. I guessed. I feel like would listen to Lena Rain.
Okay,
Huh?
so guys, they listen to Run Roach OST, trust.
That's really funny.
But yeah, that's
Metal
actually
Sonic.
interesting. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Asked, will Jeff hum sweet dreams in his idol?
Technically up to the EA.
Yeah, it is up. It is up to our voice actor.
That'd be
Though
pretty
I
cool.
will. Yeah, I'll put a recommendation for that. That'd be kind of fire.
If only they
Would
were
be-
actually in the audience instead of just sitting in the dev server and then going to sleep.
Kill is evil? Definitely, bro.
No.
No.
Is Alex gonna die in the game? No. He needs to investigate every frame buffer.
Kilobyte. I feel like
Yeah.
Kilobyte's already strong. Okay.
In that case, we're nerfing Herobrine Sword, guys.
The way I
Alright.
wrote Kilobyte's moveset as it is, which Arthur still hasn't said anything, is heavily ability
Arthur, can you
centered.
please respond at Arthur?
It's okay. I know he's busy. The way I wrote Kilobyte was heavily ability centered. A lot of utility as well. Like ways to pull. I just went in a massive loop, then, and Kilobyte's moveset is like generally a lot of utility and a lot of abilities. As I wrote it currently, as it is, without Arthur's review, he does have access to. How do I say this? As I wrote it, he has access to a black hole, but that's besides the point at this current moment in time. Yes, a black hole.
Hey
That
guys,
is-
so
that
I
is
hope you
something
don't
to write.
mind, but I am adding Tail as a survivor, and by that I mean their current Discord profile.
Who are you voicing? Will voice.
Oh, cool question. I currently do John Doe. Currently. But Iron joins me as well in that regard because John Doe is 2 people, technically.
Of course, John.
Hello,
Said the
As per, like, who we voice, Iron does the vessel, quote unquote, and I do the actual person. So,
Is there any killer do you think will be the hardest to learn so far? Alex asks.
ooh, I almost said the name. Oh my god. One of the
Do not say the name.
One of the unrevealed killers is really difficult because they work with
that-
a madness meter. And that madness, oh my god, I cannot hit W. And that madness meter is very difficult to sort of work around.
Speaking from
some
Madness
of
Combat.
your- Yeah, definitely. Some of your abilities are dependent on it. Some of your damage is dependent on it. And you have to definitely keep track of every single survivor's madness levels on who to target. But you also have to worry about generally who's at the highest level and whatever, because there's sort of special mechanics there. Another one I feel is probably going to be pretty difficult to work with is at the current moment in time. I feel like Mickey will be pretty interesting to learn due to just the sheer amount of abilities that
Personally,
Mickey has.
It seems like Mickey is gonna be like one of those things where it's like it's gonna be really hard to learn exactly how to use the stuff at first, but once you do, it's gonna be like really cool.
Mickey, as I write him now, so when I say that, it usually means it's subject to change. As I've written Mickey so far, they have a plague meter that they work with. A lot of actually all of their abilities except for one depend on it. They have one just normal ability that they use to actually activate the plague, because the plague doesn't, I don't think the plague moves up passively, so you have to actually work for it. Their M1 is also interesting in the way that it disables objectives. Again, as I have it written currently. And like I said, they have like 6 abilities outside of it that all center around the plague. And when you use those abilities, it consumes plague tokens or plague percentage.
What if instead of the plague, there's the pestilence? Instead of Mickey, it was a plague doctor that was really anomalous. Please replace. Why do you have a generic e-voice?
Eyes are a really strong point. Oh no. But his lore was just probably the
Alex, put
weaker.
that in the video.
Yeah, damn it. Every time Mailman almost dies compilation.
Ask the question. The less survivors there are, will the survivors and killers gain stronger ability variants for an advantage, and since survivors can't come back to assist, what can they do? Is there any gimmick? Will they just be stuck in the lobby? If so, will you be adding something in the lobby other than a spectate to keep players entertained? Yeah, we're gonna add some minigames in the lobby, so while the game is still on, you can, like, entertain yourself.
Either entertain yourself, or you could, at the moment, as planned, this is subject to change, you could leave and find another match. Due to the timer, we understand that all people won't just be spending their time at arcade machines or anything
Also,
of that
there will
nature.
be a menu.
There will be a menu.
For.
Yeah, so you can find another match and just waste no time and getting back into the game. As per your question pertaining to buffs as time goes on, as survivors are killed, I believe is what you said. I'm not really considering that at the moment, though that is a nice little idea. Things like that will be kept into killer, killer kits. John Doe has something like that, more specifically, that you'll be seeing later on for sure, as gameplay rolls around. The last part of the question, what else was asked, Muck? If you can go back to it, please.
Since survivors can't come back to assist, what can they do? Is there any gimmick? Will they just be stuck in the lobby? That was the question.
Yep. That was the entire question.
Mm.
Okay. Yeah. No, you can do minigames or just leave or spectate if you wish.
Will collabs be usually actual characters or mostly skins?
Good question. I feel like it could be a mix of all. The current collabs that we have, obviously with Arthur's Kilobyte, and his Survivor counterpart, which would be very obvious if you just read the story. But in any case, it could be skins, could be killers, a whole chapter, as it is, a bunch of different things. Honestly, the collab that isn't Arthur has the whole package, a whole chapter, as it were, a killer, a survivor, and a map to go along with it. So it's a whole thing for sure, and it's awesome.
Yep. Okay, I accidentally skipped the question. The judge asked, lore question, mailman. Sorry if it's already answered. How did characters end up in Run and Roar? My theory is Run and Roar is kind of a jail with no exit, like a personal hell for each survivor. But I don't really have any thoughts about it, why they are here.
Yeah, that's a wonderful question. So if you read more specifically John Doe's bio and character resource, I think Jeff has mentioned this as well. But it is implied that a mysterious force, quote unquote, had taken John and stopped him from his plan. In the same way that Xanatos was taken, or Jeff was taken, or Mickey, or Guest, or anyone of that nature.
I am Star.
Hello, Star. These people were ripped from their lives and by a mysterious force, though that mysterious force is unknown, though it is entirely thought out. So there is an answer, and you might be able to piece it together. I haven't hinted much at them other than one piece of artwork that Flowers posted, but even then you'd have to go through it and really think about who this could be. And if you're a big fan of creepypastas, you might also be able to get it, but who knows? Who knows?
I personally do not believe there's enough to actually know who it is, but
no.
will come out.
Yeah.
Blue Springtrap.
SpongeBob SquarePants. I mean,
SpongeBob
yeah.
SquarePants.
Sorry guys, I accidentally leaked. No!
I mean,
No, Alex already put it in the video. Oh shit, everyone knows.
get as much as joy when killing the Robloxians as with people.
Sorry, could you say that again?
Do the killers get as much joy when killing the Robloxian as with people?
So that's a really, really funny question to ask, specifically with what we're talking about internally. I'll answer it as is. So as I've headcanoned it, yeah, sure. The Robloxian models aren't there. They all look like actual people, except for obviously Guest. That's just my headcanon personally. However, as it is in the actual trials, I feel like they might just genuinely be confused as to like what the hell is happening. That might be a funny thing to explore lore wise, but otherwise, my headcanon personally is that they aren't Robloxians and are actual people.
If you have a least favorite character in your own game, who is it? And which is your favorite character?
Oh boy. Get ready to put this on the wiki, folks, under the mailman page. Let's see. I personally like one of the unrevealed killers a lot. A lot. They're definitely being my main. They're my favorite chase demon. Hello, Star.
I was about to ask, is it the one I'm going to reveal at the end, but yeah.
It's the other one.
Yeah. Made that clear.
Yeah. They're definitely my favorite playstyle.
Wait, Monk, what the fuck did you just post?
They're my favorite OST, chase OST in that regard. No, my eyes. Favorite survivor is Mary, probably. Either that or one of the unrevealed characters. Actually, Lauren is one I really like. So Mary and Lauren, both. Least favorite survivor. I probably won't be playing much of that one Trapper character I hinted at, the Dark Sigil guy. I will probably not be playing that much.
That's valid.
Blackout asked, will the game be like Sonic.exe The Disaster? How if a survivor when killed has the option to become an exe? If so, will each survivor have a different sprite for being killed for each killer? Yeah, we answered that before. No, it will not be like that.
So, we talked about that initially in development. Excuse me. Originally, it was just a thought if a player died. Then it was a Xanatos thing. Because we thought it'd be nice to have that, and we liked that idea for a bit, but then we sort of switched out of that. That opens the door a lot for griefing, and I feel like it would just not be useful.
Mailman, how did you choose killers for the start roster? Is there any criteria by which you choose who to add?
That's an interesting thing. Yeah, I liked the mix of, well, not the mix necessarily, creepypastas first, right? That's pretty much what I wanted to do just from the start. That's what Run and Roar has always been, is creepypasta content. So I definitely chose a bunch of like really classic creepypastas. Obviously, Slenderman, Jeff, Sonic.exe. Photonegative Mickey came a bit later, but they were one of the earlier killers that we had modeled. One of my favorite models, by the way, but in the case of people like Kilobyte and our upcoming collab, I did want to give light to like maybe lesser known media, because specifically in the case of Kilobyte, strangely enough, that's a lot of black sheep. Strangely enough, I don't know why, despite Kilobyte's importance to not only the canon of X but also just general EXE media in general, Kilobyte is like heavily important, but they're very overlooked, and I don't know why. And I want to change that. I want to introduce more people into the idea of their character and sort of pull them in with what they can do in game. And that goes for any like lesser known / modern creepypasta media. Is that I want to give more light to people and their creations. And in the case of the collab, it's the same way. I also think it would be wonderful just to bring forth that specific side of creepypasta media, because what the creator I'm working with is doing with the specific media they're working with, wonderful. It is definitely a shift in the right direction. Not only for creepypastas, but also for like what they're doing. So yeah, just creepypastas. And if I can tell a story with them, that's another big thing that I've talked about a lot. Because Run and Roar is also a story game, sort of, not in the respect of like cutscenes or things like that. But yeah, I'm generally looking for that myself.
Do you have to buy killers and survivors, or will they be free?
So we've answered this a variety of times, which is okay. I'm fine repeating answers. at the start of the, I'm not walking in that. At the start of the game, correct me on the numbers if I'm wrong, Star.
I do not know the numbers. I do not ask me.
Okay.
It's
I-
in FAQ. It's. Hold on.
Oh
let's
yeah,
check.
thank you.
We
I
can't
believe
use
it's
our
2
own
killers,
resources.
2 killers and 3 survivors, I believe. You'll get access to 2 killers of your choice, and
It's actually-
3 survivors of your choice.
It's actually 3 killers and 2 survivors. I
I'm
believe.
pretty
3 killers
sure
and 2 survivors.
how
Yeah.
it'll work is once you start the game, and like not immediately, you'll have time to look around, but like before you can actually go into like full-on gameplay, you'll be able to pick killers and survivors to be free, and you'll be able to see like a rundown of like their abilities and shit, I think.
You get access to a couple free characters to get you started. And from that point, we've sort of talked about, you'll have to purchase the others. We've sort of talked about our like philosophy. We want to be generally generous. Forgive the repeat
Take
and
your time.
beginning words there. We want to be generous with how much coins we give. We like the grind, though. I feel like the grind is in leveling the characters as opposed to getting the characters. You should, in my opinion, with how I like gameplay, you should just be able to play the game like whoever you want. The grind should come with actually learning the people you want to learn. You know, that's
And
just how I
getting the
view
cool
it.
stuff with them.
Yeah, getting the cool stuff with them. But yeah, I feel like after, I think we've talked about this. After 3 good games of like near perfect gameplay, and even good gameplay, you should be able to buy another killer. And Survivor should be no different. Though I feel like Survivor should be a bit more play them more than a killer.
Question actually. Does run and roll take in the digital space or physical world?
There's one before that, but I'll ask it after.
Oh shit.
That is a wonderful lore question. I am very happy that people are actually interested in the lore. Thank you for asking that. So Run and Roar takes place in canon in the physical world, technically, not in the traditional sense that I think you're thinking. But yeah, it's physical and not digital, though that can be bent very easily.
Since there's more survivor slots than there are survivors on release, there's gonna probably end up being overlap, and a stack nerf will happen on basically every
Yeah.
round.
Which is kind of unfortunate. I feel like recently I've been considering our gameplay, like actual system a lot more. I have been here before. Like the timer or the count of survivors, and honestly, I feel like mainly I'm concerned about the timer, but we're not store.
Mailman.
Yeah, what's up?
Personally, I've always wanted it to be less than 12.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I feel like with our planned map sizes, though, I'm not sure. I don't know.
Well,
I
no,
feel
with
like
our
that could be-
planned map sizes, yeah, 12 would be fitting, but also it wouldn't hurt to only have like 9 or 10.
Yeah.
I think once we get to the testing phase, we can actually tell if there
Well, yeah,
will be
no,
much
it
more.
all depends on testing
Yeah.
phase, but
The question. Deadman, a question I'll ask, cause why the freak not? Will there be any cool secrets around the game which might include lore drops or anything important to the game itself?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Either with our character spotlights that I want to do when closer to the game's release, or map secrets, map details like props maybe to tell a story, voice lines, maybe an ARG. I'm not sure. Mainly
go hard,
lore related. Would go hard. I will make it known. If that ever happens, I feel it would mainly be centered around the lore of the game, the narrative I'm trying to tell.
Question. How many objectives to complete before the exits open?
So objectives aren't a flat thing. They vary by map, and they also vary. They just vary by map. So it's difficult to put a flat number on it. I would prefer somewhere around 8 to 10. Though that isn't clear cut and final. 8 is definitely a minimum though. 10-minute rounds, big maps. There should definitely be more than like 6. So yeah, definitely more than 8 for sure.
Are killers aware of other killers? If so, do they like working together or do they just despise who they work with?
Yeah. So other killers are aware of other killers. Outside of the trials, there is an explanation of where they go and how they do. I think one of the interactions excuse me, one of the dynamics that I like most is writing John and Xanatos together. Because they're kind of the same variety. Both really just want to consume everything. And both are like very powerful digital entities. So writing those two have been interesting to say the least. In those cases, I can actually talk about this because this is story related and I don't have to ask permission. So John and Xanatos specifically have this sort of relationship of, I respect you where we are, but I will definitely kill you as soon as I can. Like, I'm ready to betray you at literally any instant. But the fact that we have to be here working together is just pure circumstance. So yeah, every killer has somewhat of a dynamic together. So you'll definitely see that whenever we do interactions. Yeah, so when I write a lot of my characters, I like giving them a complex world to go around and base themselves off of. I also like giving them character flaws. And one of John Doe's biggest ones, no matter how no matter how basic it is, it's still a wonderful flaw to work with. He's very prideful. More so in the fact that like he's that corporate businessman type. He definitely thinks he deserves what he has gotten because of how much work he's put in. And he's also not afraid of putting himself above others, not in the egotistical sense, though he is very egotistical. Though it's more like, I deserve it more than you. What have you done to get where you are in that regard? Nice to work with. I don't want to kill this Enderman because I'm trying to answer... wait, hold on, I can stick under here. Okay, fire emoji. Yeah, I like... Ending it all. I'm ending it all. I'm ending it all. I'm ending it all. Back. Hold on.
Back, demon.
Hi. You come here often? Yes.
What genre of style will prevail in the chase? Oh, actually, okay.
This is a muck question more than anything.
Okay. What genre or style will prevail in the chase themes? Okay, generally, I think when it comes to the chase themes, we all have one rule to make it sound like a chase theme, you know? We don't need to make it sound like it's something to bob to or something. It's supposed to sound firstly like a chase theme, like you are getting chased, you are...
I mean, the themes are all good, and they are, you know, really good, but still, it's a chase feeling above all else.
We have to give the feeling of, oh no, I need to run for my life, I need to get out of here. Or when you play as a killer, you need to get the feeling of, I'm the powerful here, I'm the one with power, I'm gonna eliminate the whole lobby here. Okay, but genre or style, it depends on the killer itself, like the media where they come from, the personality of killer itself, etc, etc. All of those factors depends about the chase themes. So yeah, basically we are looking for the killer personality and we are making it sound like a chase theme. That's basically what we are looking for when we are making the chase themes.
Exactly.
About chase feeling, is it something like chase theme from Clone Neighbor Alpha 2? I can't speak for it because I can't remember it really much, but...
I believe you're talking about the... Excuse me. I think I know what you're talking about. The loud clanging, the very dramatic feeling, the horns, obviously the brass in that song was very powerful. I think that's what you're talking about when you say the Hello Neighbor chase theme, like the old one. I think that's a for in terms of dramaticism and in terms of intensity, that's a definite good equal, I would say.
Yep.
I'm gonna post it, but that's for way later, so you know.
Yeah, actually, I'll post it at like 3 a.m. tonight, so you guys.
I'll send you the high quality one I'm using for this.
Yeah. So everyone, Alex, get your freaking Bandicam. This is for all of you people. I hope you enjoy. Okay. Yeah, so that's what you get at the current moment. Really, really happy. Yeah, it was weird. It was creepy, right? That's what we're working on before. God damn, the chat is going crazy. Majin Sonic is not Majin Sonic, my friend. Looks at tail? I'm not sure. You'll have to see until later when we.
Tail looks at tail. I'm honestly not really sure.
I don't really know who it.
Like Mailman probably knows because the model was made, but I don't know who it would be.
Dev stream, everyone. Thank you so much for hopping in. I really appreciate everyone coming here asking questions as they were. It was honestly amazing. Just getting 19 people in here at max. It was wonderful. So thank you all. I appreciate you so much. It's been wonderful. Directing this game has just been amazing. I'm happy, wonderful having everything on. So I hope everyone has a fantastic day. Have a fantastic night. I will see you all tomorrow. But for now, good night, running rollers.